Welcome to the Build Your Coaching Business Around the 9 to 5 podcast. I'm your coach, Pamella Pritchard, and I help you go from employee to business owner. Whether you're creating your first client or learning how to create clients on repeat whilst holding down your day job, I'll help you make your business dreams a reality. Let's begin. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of How to Build Your Coaching Business Around the 9 to 5. I wanted to do an episode that was actually really focused on just the business side of things, because at the end of the day, you're here to build your coaching business. And the more I can help you do that, the more success you're going to have, the quicker you can leave the 9 to 5, the more that you can see it's working, the more you're stepping into your purpose. Everything really does kind of start and end here. I'm a huge believer that your business doesn't operate in a bubble, which is why I do life and business coaching, because there is so much that can impact our ability to perform in our business and do the things that we want to do in our business. But when you do get to sit down, when you do carve out the time, create the time, and if you need help creating the time to build your business, then check out my previous episode. But to actually sit down and then be like, right, what do I do? I have time. Where do I begin? I wanted to tell you where it starts. And it starts with this. The first step that you need to actually make money as a life coach and build your coaching business is to have an offer that you love to sell, that you feel confident about, that you are clear as day about what it is, who it's for, what the transformation is, and you have full belief in yourself and your ability to offer that transformation to your clients. It is what creates the ripple effect of powerful selling, powerful marketing, powerful connections, building a network of people that are relevant, that you can actually help. Without an offer, you're just a wannabe influencer. You're a hobbyist who is creating lots of content and there isn't really an end goal, or it isn't actually diverting to an end goal that you desire. This is why I kick off my Thrive 1-to-1 6-month program literally with this, defining and focusing on what the offer is. It's like the core of the apple. It is where everything else falls into place. And I'm going to dive into that a little bit more today. That alone, if you're short for time and you need to run, I love to give it all up front. I'm not interested in like hiding it or waiting to the last freaking minute to give you the juice. That's the juice right there. But I'm going to dive into what it looks like when you're not focusing on your offer. And I'm going to be diving into how to actually create the offer itself. So grab a notepad. This is a really practical episode. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I treat my episodes and my podcast like every episode is a workshop. I don't want this just to be interesting information for you to listen to and then you carry on with your day wondering how the hell to make money. This is literally the coach training that you need, the coaching and mentorship training that you need to build your business. So let's get to work. Okay. Where you are now is probably in a place, just to clarify, if this is even relevant to you, because this isn't actually going to be relevant to everyone. It's relevant to you if you were at a place where you are done with practice clients, where you are at a stage in your coaching certification where you're like, okay, I'm starting to feel confident now. Let's turn to the business side of things. Or you're already fully certified or you're fully confident in your coaching capabilities and you're out there, you're posting, you're connecting with people, you're kind of wanting to make money and it's maybe happening, maybe not happening. Basically, the minute you decide you'd quite like to make money from this and you kind of come into that awareness that this isn't like a hobby or something you're doing for free or something you're doing for charity, then yeah, like this needs to be the priority. There is no escaping this. There is no like, oh, I'll get to 100 posts and then I'll think about selling, or I'll just, I don't know. I don't literally can't fathom what situation you'd be in really, where unless you were like day one, you've just decided and you've just joined a certification, even then you can still be in a position where you are thinking about selling and creating offers, because that's what most of us are here for. So Maybe you've even sold some bits. Maybe you're literally like in the flow of actually kind of getting people in your sphere of awareness, and you're having conversations and you're like wanting to give them life coaching, but that gap is like kind of open right now. Like you're not confident what's going on, your clients aren't that confident what's going on, and you need to really refine that. The other thing you might be doing is like you might already be creating content, you might already be helping people, and now you're like, I really should be getting paid for this. It isn't that there isn't a huge value in giving stuff away for free. And I'm a huge believer that our content creation should be a way that we can help people, even if they can't afford it. But affordability is so subjective, and affordability is based on the value that we can demonstrate that entices a client to see the value in it to the extent that they want to invest their money. So that's something to think about quite seriously, because it's never that somebody can't afford it. You're really not marketing to people who are like on the streets, jobless. You're probably marketing to people who have some kind of financial income or some kind of financial support. And if that's the case, then it is about communicating the value so that they can see the value and want to make that investment. The other place might be troubleshooting. So maybe you are actively selling. All of this is kind of second nature to you. You're very, very clear on the fact that you should be selling, that you are selling, that you're here to make money as a life coach, but it's not working and it feels like it isn't working, because it isn't working is subjective. That is just a perspective that you're potentially having, and shifting into the idea that it's working is incredibly powerful. But this will also help you troubleshoot. If the sales and the selling that you are trying to do isn't working, then definitely buckle up. So, what you want to be doing is connecting with people. You want to be feeling into the energy and the momentum that it's working and that it's happening for you. And ultimately, you're here to make money and to serve clients. That's what you want. You want your business to be in a position, regardless if your manifestation goals are like 100K revenue or fully booked or quitting the 9 to 5. What you really want is to have a thriving business. And for me, that really does look like having people that you're connecting to, knowing that you're helping people, serving people inside and outside of your containers, that you're making money that feels in alignment, that feels congruent to you, that feels sustainable. And all this is happening while you're in the energy and the mindset and the momentum of it's happening, it's working, I know what I'm up to, I know what to do every day, it's crystal clear to me. When you have those things in place, the other manifestation goals happen a lot faster, a lot more naturally, and a lot more quickly. So that's what we're really aiming for. We're aiming for a business that feels connected, that feels of service, that feels in alignment with us, that feels like it's really connecting to what we're here to do. So, what you need is an offer. None of that can happen if you're just out here thinking about it, if you're out here just focusing on content creation in and of itself, if you're just doing all these things to stay busy in your business, but you're not actually selling an offer that feels in alignment to you. Because when you don't have an offer, you don't have you don't have a vehicle to create money, and you need that. And it's not even about the money. The money is like the byproduct. You need a vehicle with which to offer a service to the people who need your help. Without that vehicle, without a very clear, I can help you and this is how, AKA, this is my offer, you can't help people because they don't know how you can help them. They don't know what you can do for them. And you don't know how, and you're not going to be communicating congruently or powerfully or effectively to them if there isn't like an end point. So it's not even about charging money. It's not even about charging lots of money. Technically, even if it was free, and this is why people struggle to sell free coaching, it's because you haven't treated the offer, AKA the vehicle of transformation, with enough seriousness, with enough impact, with enough solidarity to be crystal clear on what it is you're actually helping people with. So even if, let's just put the money aside for a second, even if you were trying to sell free life coaching and sell it as if could be paid, but you're just making it free, actually that's just as challenging and just as transformative, because it isn't about the money, it's about the transformation. But the only way you create the transformation is by being clear what that container looks like, what that vehicle looks like. When you have a clear offer, and I'll tell you what an offer is in a second for even more clarity, but when you have a clear offer, it creates a ripple effect. The ripple effect is in your certainty and in your confidence about, I know what I'm here to do. It's very clear to me what my goal is. It's very clear to me how I'm helping people. It's very clear to me what I'm going to be achieving and how I'm going to achieve it. That is everything. Because when you have that clarity, it creates confidence. And when you have confidence, you have more impact in what you say, all the effort that you put into that social media, all the effort you put into your free engagements, all the effort you put into meeting people and getting to know them and finding out what they're about, and even just sharing the things on your heart. When there is like a purpose, like a storyline, it's going to end up somewhere, and it's going to end up with the result of, or the conclusion of, or the end goal of actually helping people. This is the ripple effect. The other ripple effect is, with that confidence, you can then show up and actually market with intention. You can sell more powerfully with confidence, with intention. And guess what your clients want? They want help, and they want help from someone who is confident that they can give it to them. So when you're confident about your offer, when you're confident and clear about what you do and how you help people, that creates confidence, and it creates comfort and safety for those people to buy, for them to say, she's the one that can help me. And I feel safe in that exchange. I feel safe that she can help me. And why is that important? Because we're not just selling freaking water bottles or lemonade. We're selling transformative, life-changing services where people are really putting their shit on the line and saying, this isn't working in my life and I want to make a change. Or this is working in my life, but where I'm heading, I need to become a slightly more confident, more empowered version of me so that I can create the visions and the dream and the ambition that I have for my life, for my friends, for my family, for my legacy. This stuff matters. So we need to show up with the confidence and the conviction and the clarity that we can, in fact, help the person on the other end who's receiving that. Because, like I said, when we bring that, they receive it, and they can allow themselves to be coached. They can joyfully give you their time, their energy, their attention, their dedication, their commitment as being a client, regardless of the monetary exchange. And it allows the transformation to happen. Do you see why this is so important now? Without that clarity and confidence in what we're selling and why we're selling it, regardless of the monetary exchange, how can we possibly expect our clients to trust in us? How can we possibly expect our clients to go, she's the coach for me? So let's now go into what the offer is. So I'm pretty sure if you're not convinced by now, not that my job here is to convince you, but I'm here to really give you that empowerment that, yeah, obviously, duh, like I need to know what my offer is. Of course I do. And that's a really great place to be. So now you have this conviction in yourself that you need to have a clear offer. Like, let's define what the offer is, right? So the offer, like I said, is this vehicle. It's this container for change. Really simply, it is like your deliverables. So like literally, is it an hour? Is it 45 minutes? Is it weekly? Is it bi-weekly? Just decide, make that decision, and set that container. Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? Set that container. What's the price? Make the decision, stick to it. Again, goes back to that. If you have clarity and confidence in what you're offering, they're going to have clarity and confidence in what you're offering. If you're not sure about the price, How can you expect them to be sure about the price? If you think it's too expensive, they're probably going to think it's too expensive. You need to see any kind of hesitation, any doubt, any lack of clarity, any confusion, any fear that you have about your offer. If you have it, how on earth can you expect your client to have confidence in that? That's just unfair. It's just unfair. We wouldn't, I don't know, I would hope no one would sell to me without that confidence. I'd be kind of concerned if I was a client. It's on us. We're the CEO. We're the owner. We're the business owner. We're the coach. We're the one who needs to step forward first. That's on us. That's our responsibility. And you know what? That's scary as hell sometimes. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. And that's why we have a coach to help us through those mindset struggles, to help us feel confident about the ideas and the ambitions and the ways that we want to help people, because it's in you for a reason. Sometimes we need to kind of do our own mindset work and step into our own empowerment to really step into being that person that can offer those transformations from a truly aligned and congruent place. There's absolutely no shame, no concern, no worry if we have mindset struggles or blockers or fears or doubts. We're human. We're going to have that. But the difference is, do we let that dictate how we show up for our clients? Do we let that dictate the confidence and clarity we need to have in our offers? Hell no. I'm here to help people. I'm here to build a soul-led coaching business that truly reflects the woman I know I'm capable of being. I know it's true for you too. So this is the work we have to do, right? We get ourselves the help we need so that we can show up powerfully for our clients. This is our responsibility. And it's freaking awesome when we do. It's amazing because that's how we become a product of our own transformations. So anyway, I digressed. We've got the deliverables in place. We've got the price in place. We need to know who it's for. Real simple. I know that and you know what? There's lots of like, oh my God, and you go into this spiral of who my ideal client is, what my niche is. Go check out one of my previous episodes on why you don't need a niche, because niching is not about any of this. Your offer and your niche, two separate things. Complete niching, I don't like. I think it holds us back. If you're trying to figure out your niche before you make money, you're doing it wrong. Focus on the offer. Focus on the offer, get clear on the client, and the niche kind of becomes a natural byproduct of that too. So focus on the client. Who is it for? What do they need? What do they want? And here's a pro tip for you. You think you don't have clarity, but trust me, think about all the people that you know it's not for. There is already a lot of clarity you're just not giving yourself credit for. So get clear on that client, and then it's the transformation. What actually are they getting when they have coaching with you? What is the transformation? What is their point A and point B? Where do they start? Where do they end up? And work with what you know. Look at your own life as an example. Go to your own experiences. Go to the experiences that you've had with your existing clients or your practice clients, and really take the time to slow down, to speed up. I always say this: slow down to speed up. Slow down and really take the time to write down, journal on, think about what you have done for the people you have already worked with. And if you've never worked with anyone, think about what you've done for your own life. Because if you're going through it, there are 8, nearly 9, probably already 9 billion people on this planet. I can guarantee even 1%, even 0.1% of those people will have gone through the same thing as you. So once you've got your deliverables, your price, your client, your transformation, then you really kind of have an offer. Then you want to love your reasons for it. You want to be crystal clear on why this matters to you, why you are the best coach for your clients, and why this particular transformation connects to you personally. Now, I'm yet to meet a coach who doesn't choose an offer or a niche or some kind of focus area where they haven't gone through it themselves. It's quite interesting actually to look at, because I always think like we are going to be the best coach for our clients when we base it off a transformation we've been through ourselves, because that's what makes us most qualified. It isn't actually the coach certification that qualifies you. It certainly isn't going to be a degree or a career in coaching that makes you the most qualified for your clients, it's going to be the fact that this is a transformation that you have lived and breathed yourself. And because of your personal connection and compassion for that transformation, puts you in the best place to be the best coach for your clients because you're going to be a few steps ahead of them. That is everything. Do not underestimate that because it's powerful and it makes a difference. So when you have that offer that you feel crystal clear about, that you are confident that you can offer your clients with a price that feels in alignment and congruent to you, it ripples into your marketing, it ripples into your conversations, it ripples into when you meet people, you can very quickly pick up then on whether or not there's somebody that would benefit from your help. It gives you certainty, it gives you purpose. And when you sit down to show up every single day in your business, when you have that offer and it's very clear about what that offer is, the next step becomes quite natural. It's like, okay, well, I've got my offer, so I need to sell it. It's that simple. And when you're in that mindset of, okay, I get to sell this, how could I sell this? How could I communicate this? How can I connect to somebody or speak to somebody today who will resonate with this, who's going through this, who needs this? It makes everything else make sense in your business versus being on that content creation train that never frickin' ends, that has no end point, that you don't really know where it's going either. And nothing's happening as a result of it because you're just creating content for the sake of it. So if you have an offer and all of this is already super clear to you, then your work is to stay committed to that offer. Stay committed or recommit to that offer. Come back to the drawing board. You don't just do this once. Do this periodically. Do this periodically with your offers. See how they evolve. See what changes. Because with every new client experience that you acquire, you're going to be refining your knowledge, your understanding, your expertise, and your personal experience with that transformation. You'll get more clarity through experience and through action. You'll get more confidence through experience and through action. So with every client that you serve, you refine and you refine and you refine. And then that perpetuates the confidence and the clarity that you have. And this is why it gets easier to sell the more advanced you are. I think the early days are some of the hardest because you have so many options. It feels like such a blank canvas. You don't have that direction. But this is honestly where you start and then where you recommit. And if you're in a season of your business, if you're more experienced and you're in a season of your business where you've slowed down or you've come to a stop or life circumstances have put your business on a halt and you need to kind of begin again and build that momentum again, this is where it begins. Start with the offer, allow the ripple effects to come through, and also trust your own evolution. You're going to be evolving as a coach. You're going to be evolving as a person going through your own transformation. This certainly happened for me. I started off in purpose and career coaching. I transitioned into career change coaching. That developed into burnout coaching and then put two and two together. And I ended up helping corporate professionals who were basically burnt out, who found life coaching and want to become life coaches. Like that was my evolution. It wasn't just niche changing every 5 seconds because I felt like it. This was the evolution of how I was growing as a coach, how I was transforming, and how my clients were transforming with me. And my offers adapted and grew and changed. And at its core, ironically, so many coaches end up going full circle with this, but I don't think of it as a circle. I think of it as a spiral. I think of it as a deepening. I'm still very much doing purpose coaching, but purpose coaching for a very specific set of individuals, a set of individuals of women who want to leave their corporate career and go into coaching. It's still purpose, it's still career change. And quite frankly, with most of my clients, it's also still burnout recovery, burnout recovery and empowerment. So you'll see this too. Enjoy this unfolding. enjoy this unraveling of who you're going to be, of who you're becoming, because that's also the beautiful part of this process. You don't need to know all the details. Yes, you can have vision boards. Yes, you can have dreams and visions of what you're going to do in the future. Maybe you want to do a TEDx talk, or do a podcast, or write a book, or have groups, or have containers, or whatever. But the specifics on what you teach and the depth in which you teach it, babe, you're going to blow your own mind with how much you grow and how much you evolve over the period. So let yourself be a beginner, or if you're not a beginner, let yourself be where you are now, and let yourself start with an offer that you love, that you understand deeply, that you have clarity and confidence over. And that will create the ripple effect of how you create clients, of how you show up powerfully, of how you show up and market and sell with confidence, and how you step into the woman that you are becoming. Okay. That's the content. If you'd like to stay on because you're thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, you're empowered as hell, but you want some help with this, then I can help you. One of my current offers at the time of this recording, and it's going to be available until my birthday in August 13th. So you've got just under a month. I have the CEO strategy session. It is the kickoff session that I do with all of my one-to-one clients. It's a 2-hour intensive where we sit down one-on-one, me and you, to define your offer, to get clarity on what it is, the deliverables, the price, who it's for, and what that transformation is, and the sales strategy that you're going to be focusing on as you go out and deliver this. And I only do this once a year. I did this last year for my birthday and I loved it. I only do this once a year, but I'm making this CEO strategy session a standalone session that you can just buy on its own if you would like my support in helping to create your offer. It's a 2-hour session. You also get your 1 week of Voxer support to integrate, ask any questions, and allow it to kind of settle and flourish and unravel even more. And in that session, obviously, we focus on those 4 areas. And the 5th area is that we focus, it's not even a focus, it's a natural byproduct of being coached by me. Inevitably, I'm going to be picking up on your blind spots. I'm going to be picking up on the areas where you have doubts, hesitations, concerns, and fears. And we're going to be bringing those to the surface of your awareness so that you know exactly what the mindset and energetics are that you need to work on as you go out and execute on marketing and selling your offer. So if you want that, drop me a DM over Instagram, and you can find more information on my Instagram at Coaching with Pamella. And my website is coachingwithpamella.com, or just drop me a DM wherever you find me. I'm also on Messenger as well. I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, you know about my one-to-one. If you would like to if you love the idea of the CEO strategy session and you want to have the ongoing support for 6 months as you build your coaching business, as you learn how to sell, and you want my support to continue that process. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. I can't wait to hear your feedback after this session. I'm so excited to hear how this lands for you. Drop me a DM. You know I love to hear from you. Drop me a DM and let me know what your biggest takeaway was, what you're going to implement. That's the big one. I always ask, what are you actually going to implement as a result of this? And let me know how you found it. And you can, like I said, you can find me at Coaching with Pamella everywhere, or .com if you want my website. Okay, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you in the next episode. Bye.